Atum, evening. How's everybody doing? So pardon the dark. It's just that I prefer to use a candle. I don't like to use the light, the fluorescent light. I try and avoid that at all costs. Um, I'm about to go to sleep. I don't know what time you guys normally sleep, but for me, I uh, I try sleep as soon as it gets dark. I try to get my hours in, my proper 8 hours in. So when it gets to like around 8 o'clock, I'll go to sleep. I'll sleep. Your body goes through a healing process. So when you sleep, your body goes to rest. And once when your body goes to rest, it starts a healing process. So now it starts to heal itself. You start to regenerate new cells. It's a building process. So it's something that we need to look at, deeply. And you need to rebuild cells in your body, and that's done through this. That's when you sleep. You start to rebuild your cells, and you find that when you go to the hospitals, if you're not feeling well, the doctors will tell you, go home, rest, drink a little bit of water, and drink water, and rest. They're telling you to take some time out and let your body heal, because your body does heal itself. Um, It's very, very, very intelligent. Your body is a very intelligent thing. You just have to tap into it. It can heal itself. That's what it does. Yeah, God created a very beautiful thing for us. So, anyway, but the topic I wanted to talk about, I was having a discussion. So I went when I was in town today. Buying stuff and buying my groceries. I tend to look at things in a bigger picture sometimes, and I realize that it's the the way things are running currently are really not. It's not meant for us to thrive. I'm talking about the capitalist system. A capitalist system is designed specifically. You know, it has a design. And a lot of the times we we're struggling to, or we're trying to find loopholes in a system that has already been designed in a certain way. So, for instance, a capitalist system is designed in a way that you have an elite group, you know, um, and so maybe 10% of, okay, there'll be 80% will be followers, or people that are working for the 10% in the system, you know, and you find that the majority of us, are literally just trying to find loopholes, ways to make it in the system. But the very system is designed to keep you in that position. You know what I mean? You're not really, you can't really look at things from an individualistic point of view nowadays. You have to look at it from a broader perspective. Yes, you as an individual can, you can make a bit of money here and there, but if you look at the majority, of our people, we're suffering, you know, and we're suffering because we are living in a system that is designed to keep us in a situation, to keep us stuck, to keep us trying to, like we're crabs in the barrel, trying to, trying to find our way, trying to make it work, and and it's just not gonna work. So and but we, I think, um, if we were to look at it from a different perspective, I think if our leaders were to talk about going back into a natural state, you know. Going back, so if we were to go back into a natural state, we would find that we would be more, we would thrive because it'll be easier for us to thrive, in a more natural state. You know, the a commercial state is not really easy for us to thrive. I'm talking about the majorities, the majority of us. We won't, it doesn't assist the majority of us. In fact, it goes against our very nature. So just a thought, maybe we all started to go naturally, live natural, you know, get out of a system, that uh, that doesn't favor the majority. So for me personally, I realized, and well, I woke up to the fact that I can't participate in a system that really goes against my very nature. So, and you can't fight the system, but I do understand the laws of demand and supply. And so if by going to nature, I I reduce the demand, so there's no need to supply. If you go into the tropics, you get your food, because yeah, you get your food straight from the trees, just growing naturally, whereas here you can't really find that. You have to go into the grocery store and purchase. So you have to, and before you go, so now you have to have, meaning that you have to have money, meaning that you have to go and hustle, strive and somehow that's destructive because sometimes you'd have to travel far distances, leaving your families behind, you know. At the end of the day, as a father or fathers, our duty is to provide and protect. But how do you provide and really, how do you protect when you're so far away from your family, And that's how the system is set up. But if we were to live in a natural system, you'd always be by you'd have your food right there. You'd have your food on your land, on the piece of land. You wouldn't have to go and you'd educate your children. You'd educate your children your ways of life and how you and how you view life. And and to be honest with you, that's how we used to live. We used to live a natural way of life. It's just that obviously we've adopted a system, a Europeanized system. We put the system ahead of ahead of what we've always known, naturally. So it's just my thinking. I had a big discussion with another lady just now. She's a very intelligent lady, and she was giving me her viewpoint, and I could totally see it from her point. Of how women feel segregated in the society, and they've actually had to now form groups, uh, of support. I think they could be called support groups. The women empowerment groups. So I think it's more of a support group to encourage women to keep going. But um, I why should we keep going in a system that is already designed to go against you? You know, I don't know if this is a controversial topic, but I want to give a different perspective. I want people to look beyond um, the current paradigm, and we always trying to find solutions to our problems. So I think um, a holistic approach to our issues and our problems in society today would be to go into a natural way of living. Let's try and promote natural ways of living. It's deeper. It's far deeper than economic. It goes into your health. It goes into a lot of things. It goes into spirituality. It taps into family structures. It's also um, it minimalizes on consumerism. Always trying to take. You actually stay in touch with nature. You harmonize with nature. Uh, it ties also with your ancestors. So I think we need to really look into finding ways to becoming more natural. Once we're more natural, we don't have to always run up and about and hustle here and there. Our women don't have to be without their men. Just a thought. I love myself. That's all. I was watching something quite interesting, by Erica Badu. So Erica Badu was saying, like in the world today, and how she sees it. She says 70% of the people are following 10% that ruling, or 10% that are giving us the direction as to where we're going, and 5% of those, or is it 5% 5% are going against it. 5% are saying no, actually, are pointing, at the wrongs, all the injustices. My question is to you is like, okay, who do you think the 70% or the followers are going to follow? Do you think they're going to follow the people who are seeing the issues and addressing them and are speaking the truth and are highlighting the issues in our society today, or are they just going to follow along with the 10%? That was her question. So, and that's the issue. So our issue is not necessarily about the 10% leading us the wrong way. It's about the 70% willing to follow. So I think it's time maybe we gave a different perspective. You know. Yeah, I think that was quite interesting. I love myself. Tell me your thoughts.